Hello and greetings and salutations, everyone. It is I, Flip the Bacon. Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to all my returning subscribers. And if this is your first time checking out my channel, well, welcome to Flip the Bacon. I hope you enjoy what you see here and will stick around. So today we're going to be doing a review on Tales of the Elements first chapter. So we're going to move on to the next page right now. Developed by Last BeNeVoLeNcE and published by Random Beats Music, Tales of the Elements, or TOTES for short, is based on the hip-hop album of the same name. TOTES is an action role-playing game similar in style to the classic 2D Japanese action RPGs of the 90s, blended with a heavy influence of hip-hop music and culture and the characteristics and settings of a traditional JRPG to create a world of fantasy and style. Number 1. Story. Now, the story is pretty interesting in Tales of the Elements first chapter. I think this is the very first time I ever heard of a game that also was based on a soundtrack, and the soundtrack is based on the game. So that's something that's unique and cool. I overall enjoyed the story quite a bit. I was just a little bit confused on certain things, like why Last BeNeVoLeNcE was where he was and what's exactly going on. I'm hoping in the next chapter that they'll kind of fill us in on that. So this ended up earning Tales of the Elements 1.5 hearts in category 1, which is story. Number 2, controls. Now, I actually thought the controls are pretty decent in Tales of the Elements. I was using a 360 controller, so that helped a lot. That's what they recommend to use anyway, and that's my preferred controller to use. So I can't speak for any of the other controllers that you might use for this game. So yeah, I thought the controls were pretty decent. Only problem I had with it is sometimes the hitboxes got a little wonky when you're hitting characters, and you had to navigate through a couple different menus to get to certain things in the game. So overall, this ended up earning Tales of the Elements 1.5 hearts in the category number 2, which is controls. Number 3, visual style or graphics. Now, I thought the graphics or the visual styles for Tales of the Elements were pretty good. It is using the RPG Maker engine to do that, so it's not exactly like the best graphics out there, but it's not necessarily the worst. So this ended up earning Tales of the Elements 1 heart in category 3, which was visual styles or graphics. Number 4, sound. Now, the sound for Tales of the Elements isn't too bad. It feels kind of wonky. I think this is partially because it's using the RPG Maker engine. So yeah, sound's not too bad, not too great either, I guess you could say. The only complaint I could see people having on this, it didn't bother me personally, but when Last BeNeVoLeNcE is attacking, his sword makes like a scissors noise. Again, this didn't bother me, but I could see where it could bother other people, earning 1 heart in category 4, which is sound. Number 5, music. Now, the music in Tales of the Elements is extremely well done and excellent. It also features some of my favorite nerdcore rappers, which are Megaran and K-Murdock. I also became a huge fan of Last BeNeVoLeNcE music after playing this game and checking out some of his music. Again, the music in Tales of the Elements is top notch, earning it 2 hearts in the category number 5, which is music. Number 6, enjoyment. Now, I had a lot of fun playing Tales of the Elements, and I enjoyed it all the way through while playing the game. The only downside I really had to Tales of the Elements was it was kind of buggy in the beginning of the game the first time I played through. I'll get to that later. So this ended up overall earning Tales of the Elements 1.5 hearts in the number 6 category, which is enjoyment. Number 7, replay value. Now, Tales of the Elements doesn't have a ton of replay value, but there's definitely some there. I guarantee the first time you play through this game, you're probably going to miss a few things and want to go back and play it again to pick up on those items you missed. There's also achievements that you can unlock in the game, but those are not working right now. I believe they will be working in the future. And plus, the game is pretty enjoyable that I think you would want to go back and play it every once in a while. So this ends up earning Tales of the Elements 1 heart in category 7, which is replay value. Number 8, bug-free. Now, unfortunately, there was quite a bit of bugs in Tales of the Elements when I first played it, although they fixed a majority of those when I was about halfway through the game, and they're working on the rest of those. But unfortunately, there was quite a bit of bugs, earning Tales of the Elements 1 heart in category 8, which is bug-free. Number 9, tutorial/informing. Unfortunately, Tales of the Elements was kind of hit and miss on this. I still was kind of confused, even though they gave you kind of a tutorial on how the music system worked. I was still kind of confused how it worked. They kind of have like floating bubbles above your character when you do music, so you kind of get a rough estimate on what is kind of going on. Also, some of the items they weren't quite clear on when I was playing the game. Some of the items were specifically only for like helping characters, I think, because when I tried to equip them to my main character, I couldn't equip them, but I found they would equip on the other characters, like the DJs, like the helper DJs I had in the game. Another thing is I remember I had to contact Last BeNeVoLeNcE to figure out one part in the game I was really confused on, which he later informed me that if I was listening to the soundtrack, it would tell me exactly what I need to do. So yeah, Tales of the Elements isn't always the best at telling you exactly what needs to be done, or some of the items are magic in there. So this ended up earning Tales of the Elements 1 heart in category number 9, which was tutorial/informing. Number 10, difficulty. Now, with this one, I kind of struggle a little bit coming up with a good score for Tales of the Elements when it came to difficulty, and after much thought and playing the game a few more times, I feel that the overall difficulty for Tales of the Elements was perfect for the type of game it was. So this ended up earning Tales of the Elements 2 hearts in category number 10, which is difficulty. So the overall score for Tales of the Elements was 13.5 hearts in total, landing it in that 9.5 to 13.5 heart range of average. It was just shy a little bit of being excellent. So altogether, I think a lot of people will still have fun with this one. I do recommend you check it out if you get the chance, especially if you are a fan of classic games like Secret of Mana, Crystallis, and Illusion of Gaia. It suffers from a small amount of design issues, some bugs, and or a little amount of problems. With a little bit of polish, this could be a really excellent game. So on this last page here, I'm going to have a bunch of links over here or here. I'm not sure which side, but there will be a bunch of links to the official website for Tales of the Elements and to Random Beats Music, the social media websites as well, to a link to the Steam store page, and there will be a link down there to my blind Let's Play series of Tales of the Elements if you want to check that out. If you haven't checked it out already, I went through the whole entire game. It's pretty fun, and I recommend highly to check it out. So, as I always say at the end of a single one of my videos here, flip that bacon, see you next time, and goodbye!